Fires continue to put wildlife at risk in Australia as deadly bushfires rip through the country. Linda Kincaid takes a look at one koala's miraculous rescue from the intense flames and the danger hundreds more still face.
Singed and scorched, a koala cries in pain after being plucked from the burning bush in Australia. This is how we first met Lewis, a very lucky little guy who had the good fortune of being spotted by a rescuer who literally gave the shirt off her back to save his life. And this is Lewis now, badly burned, but well enough to munch on a few gum leaves, reunited with his guardian angel.
He was climbing a tree and he had flames on his back legs, so I just covered him with my T-shirt, managed to get him off the tree, and it was so hot.
Lewis has been given fluids and oxygen with the worst wounds on his hands, feet and nose. His caretakers at the Koala Hospital in Port Macquarie, New South Wales, say he's making the best of it.
And he's a very old koala. Most of the koalas we've had are very young, but he's, look at him, he's eating really well, and he thinks this is all right here, the 5-star service.
The hospital has received over $1 million in donations on a GoFundMe site, which is in dire need this season. Officials estimate hundreds of koalas have already died in the recent bushfires. Experts say their population is already vulnerable. The Australian Koala Foundation says their numbers are dwindling, and they are at risk of extinction if the population continues to shrink. Rising temperatures which dry out their habitats is one reason for the decline.
Very little would actually survive in there unscathed. Wallabies, kangaroos, deer would get out because they can run, but koalas just really can't.
Deforestation and disease are also taking a toll. Sam the koala, who was famously rescued from a fire in 2009, was later euthanized because she had a severe case of chlamydia, which has ravaged the koala community. The staff taking care of Lewis hope his fate will be different, in a time when the death of even one koala could one day be one too many. Linda Kincaid, CNN.
Alison Tinchar joins us now. More about it. It is so painful to see the innocent animals suffering, but it is intense there in Australia. Is it going to get any better?
Unfortunately not. I mean, now in the short term, the conditions aren't that bad, but you're going to start to see those temperatures and even the wind gusts begin to increase over the next several days. So here's a look at what we have right now. In Queensland, you have about 55 of those bushfires. New South Wales, right now about 64. Here's a look at Melbourne. Now notice the temperatures go up, peaking on Monday before that next system comes in, dropping those temperatures back. But in turn, you're also going to have that shift in wind, and that's going to kick the wind gusts up a little bit, most likely in that area up around 40 kilometers per hour. For Sydney, the peak for temperatures is actually going to be Tuesday. Then you start to see that drop down. But take a look at this. You're talking about a high of 33 degrees. Their average this time of year is only 24, and that's going to be a concern. It's the very hot, very dry conditions that are there. And again, the poor air quality. Look at Sydney, expected to be up around a level 4 for both Sunday and Monday.